Hello, happy Wednesday. Hope y'all are having a good hump day, and a productive one at that. Welcome to Chatting with Doug. I see we just completed this level 3 hype train.
Nice, man. Thank
Thank
you
you,
so much.
everybody. Appreciate it. Um, so let's get through these rules so we can start answering some of your questions here. First and foremost, we do give priority to the bit messages since that is some real world money spent. If we do have time towards the end of stream, we look at the highlighted questions, but please save your highlighting towards the end of stream because if you highlight it now, I can't scroll back up and see it. Please do not repeat yourself over and over and over again. In chat, you can get timed out or even banned if you're going to continuously do it. We do get behind on the bit messages, sometimes up to an hour. So please, there's no need to repeat your bit message. We do have a list. It is pretty darn rare that we will miss it. So just give us some patience because chances are it's just waiting in the list. Please watch the length of your questions. The shorter and to the point, the better. If it's long, we have to reread it. And a lot of times I have to reread it fast. And then, excuse me. And, then we lose the point. That's it. And there's no time for me to reread it. Also, no spoilers. I haven't seen The Mandalorian yet, and I know there's some spoilers flying around on the internet out there. No spoilers, please. That does include new movies too. Like, don't spoil John Wick 4 or anything like that. Shazam, I think it's still not early enough or late enough to be talking about Shazam 2, so just be understanding of that.
Yeah, please let everyone go see it because, by God, at this rate, it's going to take a very long time with the rate people are going to the theaters to see it.
I feel like I forgot something.
Maybe look and see if your question has been asked already so we don't give you the table scrap answers.
Yeah, there you go. There's that too. All right, cool, great. Let's just get started. Spoilers, Mando is in the episode. Gosh darn it, that Disney nerd. Can someone please time... No, I'm just kidding. Don't time out that Disney nerd. That Disney nerd, thank you for the 100 bits. You're our first person here, too. Well, this be the final time I say, hello, Captain Doug Sparrow. How beeth you, yes, scurvy dog?
Oh, yes, savvy, very savvy. If that's even... Is that a way to describe how you're doing? I don't know.
Smash Ultra, thank you for the 100 bits. Can you send me a list of soundtrack you use in your videos? I'm a really big fan of music.
Some of them we've talked about maybe putting out some of the ones that my dad wrote because he's done a handful at this point and we're kind of saying, well, we're just holding on to it. We could just maybe put it out there for like people to use on the internet. So, but he doesn't do all of it, nowhere near all of them. We get them, what we get in the credits, we get them from Music Loops. We get them from these old Pro Scores tracks. I forget the other. I think the YouTube library is another place that we get them. So yeah, I can't really go into like the track names and stuff because we have so damn many. But yeah, that maybe one of these days we'll at least release the ones that my dad wrote.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Thoughts on Tommy Wiseau's upcoming movie Big Shark? New trailer has come out.
Yeah, it's I mean, they didn't show much, but the bit with the shark sliding into the street and chasing after him, that was pretty funny. So yeah, I mean, I can't say too much yet because I haven't seen that much, but I do like the description of visionary director Tommy Wiseau. I really like that because it's not a lie. He's the only one to have that vision. That's definitely for sure.
Devox, thank you so much for the 34-month subscription.
Thank
Welcome
you.
back. Appreciate that. And they just say, hello, everyone.
Hello. Thank you.
Sergeant Dog Dirt, thank you for the 100 bits. First of all, loved the fanscriptions on Batman.
Oh, I had nothing to do with those, but thank you.
Horace, thank you for the 100 bits. I don't know if, Doug, you read the comments under your review of Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End, but were you surprised that very, very many people like this movie and many consider it their favorite? Similarly, many people like Beckett and the fact that he is theoretically human, that is the least moral of all, made Jack a pirate because he freed the slaves. People are not cargo mate scene.
Yeah, but he's so boring. That's my thing. He's just like a whiny little nothing. He's such a stereotypical bland villain to me. I don't know. I was even saying I'd be totally down for having like one of these other. I talked about other villains I'd love to see like in that role that can still be human but didn't do anything for me. I am and I'm not surprised at how many people like at World's End. I think because I wonder if it's a generational thing because I get the feeling the younger generation probably liked that because again, I remember when I was younger and I really liked, like X-Men comics and stuff, like when so much was going on in something and trying to keep track of all of it. Like, I don't know, it made the world feel bigger. Even if it wasn't always good, I really liked, comics, movies, shows, and stuff that did that. And so I wonder if that's a part to play in that, or maybe there's just this really quiet majority that was around when the movie came out, and yeah, they just weren't vocal at the time. I don't know.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Nostalgia for the Scream movies.
I don't get into them. Brad's doing a lot of the Scream movies because he's much more of a slasher film guy. I think he did the first movie. I know he did the second one, but I think it's in like copyright limbo right now. So he's probably gonna do all of them. You can check those out at Cinema Snob. But yeah, I like them okay, but I'm not even a big slasher film guy. Like a slasher film has to do something really different in order for me to be into it. And there are quite a few. I love Candyman. I love like Sleepaway Camp and Terrifier, and I still kind of count Sweeney Todd as a slasher film. So yeah, I like when it does something really different. But yeah, just the usual, stuff doesn't grab me. Even when it's done well, I acknowledge Scream is done well. It just doesn't grab me.
Steffi Lynn, thank you for the 100 bits. Can I persuade you to take a sandwich with you, sir?
I'll get Burger King.
Sailor Aaron, thank you so much for the 26-month subscription. Welcome back. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Woohoo! 26 months with the awesome crew of Channel Awesome. Plus, my niece is 16 days old today. I'm also going to go for an interview for a new job on Saturday, so wish me luck.
Hope it goes well. And yeah, again, congrats on the niece.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Did you watch the trailer for the Little Richard documentary?
No, I think I saw a thumbnail for it. I bet it's interesting because I seem to recall he had a pretty interesting life. Yeah, I want to check it out. I'm catching up on a lot of stuff because I was out of because I was in Dublin over the weekend, so I'm catching up on a lot of stuff that I wasn't able to watch.
Kermit Wazowski, thank you so much for the 41-month subscription. Welcome
Thank
back.
you.
41 heckin' months. Hope everyone has fun at C2E2. Wish I could make it, but I'll be there in spirit.
Oh yeah, we'll be there, man.
Smash Ultra, thank you for the 100 bits. Did you know any mindfuck movies really need to stupefy my brain because we all know stupidity is healthy for you when done right?
I mean, when I hear mindfuck, I think of like trippy movies, like movies
Me
that get
too.
inside your head or something
Yeah.
like that. If you're just talking about dumb films, I mean, there's plenty of those. I think those are made almost to order. I mean, there's like so many varieties of just stupid out there. That's just stupid fun. Like it's stupid but good. Man, my all-time favorite movie, you could say, is a mindfuck. Brazil. I think that movie's amazing. I don't know. I've never seen someone that just watches it a first time and says, "Yeah, I got all that." Like they usually need to watch it a couple times because there's so much going on, but there's also like a lot of things going on in the background and the foreground and stuff like that too. There's also a lot of story in it as well, a lot of jokes. So yeah, that's a good one for you.
Noff Noff, thank you for the 43-month subscription. Welcome
you.
back. Appreciate that. Congrats, Doug, on your first hell of a boss joke on your recent NC review. Also, Subverdant, y'all.
Was that really the first one I did? Yeah, I guess it was. Okay. Yeah. Well, go me.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Have you seen Cocaine Bear? I saw it on Sunday and it was pretty good.
No, I haven't seen it yet. And most people say the same thing. They're like, yeah, it's a good time. It's decent. I'm hearing some people like start to come out of the woodwork and say it's not that good. It's not blah blah blah. But I don't know. I almost feel like it'd be like the Winnie the Pooh horror film. Like you almost have to try to make it bad. Like it just looks like such a fun idea. So I'm hoping it's good. I'll check it out at some point.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. When's the next theme? Or sorry, what? Obviously we know when. What's the next theme month?
I got some options written down. I have not figured it out yet. So I will get back to you on that.
Dillbomb, thank you for the 100 bits. When you eventually do the Indiana Jones movies for NC, are you going to do a full NC on each film minus Temple or a compilation of all the films?
I was thinking about maybe next month doing an Indiana Jones month, honestly, because we'll have what, four, and then maybe I'll do like a short editorial on like a re-review of like Temple of Doom or something like that, because I still don't like it, but there are some things I appreciate about just how ballsy it is, just to go so mean and so dark with it. But I don't know, because we'll have Dial of Destiny by that point. I never have done Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, so might be an idea. I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. NC for the John Wick movies.
If I did that, I think I'd do it as another like compilation. Um, yeah, that would make sense because I don't think I could do like a whole month dedicated to him because just 90% is gonna be me saying, "That's cool. Look at that. That's cool. That was awesome." Like because half of it's just the fights and they're amazing. But like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how much more I can add on top of that, so I might just do like a compilation.
That Disney Nerd, thank you for the 100 bits. Did you see the newest trailer for Elemental? I've heard a lot of people already calling it predictable, but it looks good to me.
Yeah, I hope it's good because it wasn't winning me over. For that exact reason, it just looks very predictable. The humor wasn't that funny. But here's the thing: all the Pixar movies that have been like the best have usually had bad trailers. So I'm hoping that's this case. Like the trailer to Brave looked amazing, and that was like not that good a movie, But like the first Toy Story looked awful. But it's like now everyone's trying to be Toy Story, so I'm hoping that's the case. We'll have to see, but yeah, it didn't blow me away.
Dillbomb, thank you for the 100 bits. Favorite computer animated film of all time?
Oh man, favorite CG movie. I gotta think. I mean, Spider Verse would be up there. I really do like the Kung Fu Panda movies. I'm trying to think of one that was like really different that like threw me for a loop, and I was like, "Wow, that was like I've never seen anything like that." Puss in Boots 2 would probably be up there, honestly. I'm sure there's others. I feel like I'm missing a real obvious one, but those are ones that are definitely high up there. I really like.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Thoughts on the D&D movie?
I haven't seen it yet, and I saw the trailers. They look fine, but I guess if you're a D&D fan, you're like, holy shit, there's like all this shit I've been waiting to see. And like, to me, I'm like, okay, looks okay. It looks fine. So yeah, I don't know anything about D&D, so I'm probably not the right audience, but at the same time, it looks like fun.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 100 bits. Fun fact, Brenton Thwaites, who played Henry in Pirates 5, it also plays Robin in Titans, the one who said, fuck Batman. Try on seeing that now.
Wow, how old is he in that? Because I never did see the show, but in the preview, he looked younger. Definitely younger than he did in the Pirates movie. So that's interesting. But then again, so Chris O'Donnell, once that ever stopped them from being cast.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. NC commercials, the Godfather Coke/Pepsi commercial with Marlon Brando's voice coming out of the little girl.
Yeah, I never did do because there's a couple, I think, that they did like that. And I keep forgetting to include that in because that was like a big thing for a while. And it was weird. I never got why people were like, man, this is crazy. Look at her. I was like, this is, I don't know. I never quite followed it. But yeah, I'll write that down because I keep forgetting to include that one.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 100 bits. Now that you've seen the 3 main X-Men cartoons, how would you rank each version of the Wolverine that the shows had?
Yeah, probably the animated series would be my favorite. Even though the show's not my favorite, I'd probably say Wolverine the X-Men. That's probably like my second favorite, and then the one from Evolution, because I feel like the one Evolution didn't get a ton of focus. But I don't mind that because everything else always puts so much focus on Wolverine. So I was actually okay with that.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 100 bits. Now that you've seen the three main. Oh, I just read that, sorry.
Oh.
Sailor Aaron, thank you for the 100 bits. Hi, Doug. Hi, Heather. Great news as always. And I can't wait for Puss in Boots 2 review next week, hopefully. I'm going to watch it again because I have Peacock. Might watch it with my folks.
Nice. This is a good time to mention. It is the next cast review. So we shot it. I'm editing it, but it's gonna come out a week, 2 weeks from today.
Okay.
And when I put that up, I'm like, I'm just realizing it's making it look like I'm saying this is next week. I meant like it's the next cast review. So I should have made that clear. I think I even put at the beginning of the next video, it's like, so when next week I review Puss in Boots 2. So yes, it'll be 2 weeks from then.
Sergeant Dogdirt, thank you for the 100 bits. Second, have you guys thought about a fanscription on what if Tim Burton directed Batman Triumphant? I would have loved to see Brad Dourif as Scarecrow.
Oh, that was cool. The talk was always Howard Stern, but oh no, I take it back. That was with Schumacher. Yeah, I think they're talking about it because again, that's Walter and Rob who handle that, and they've talked about it. I don't know if they're doing it or not, but they've definitely discussed it.
Noah Zinner, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, can we get a clue to next week's NC review, please?
It's somewhat tied into the new Mario movie coming out. It's a compilation of movies. I'll say that.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Have you ever seen the Francis Ford Coppola horror movie Twixt? It was re-released as Betwixt Now and Sunrise, stars Val Kilmer.
Yeah, I don't remember it being much. I don't remember it being awful or anything, but like I could kind of watch it and like I feel like anyone could have directed it. You know what I mean? Nothing stood out that it was for Coppola. Nothing about the idea jumped out to me. But I don't remember it being bad. I just remember it being kind of forgettable.
Dillbomb, thank you for the 100 bits. Who's an actor or actress that you just cannot stand?
I'm trying to. I will say this: a lot of actors and actresses that just I see them in a movie, I go, have usually gotten better. With age or time or I don't know, better writers, better directors or whatever. So that's actually really nice to see. I'm trying to think of one that I'm just like, nope, that person never got back.
Easy answer is, oh my God, the name just escaped my brain.
Jared Leto.
Yep.
I will say I liked him okay in Morbius.
I haven't seen Morbius yet. So.
I'm the one freak who actually thought, he's okay here. I actually legit believe him in this role. Right. And I was so ready to hate him. I'm thinking like, oh, is he walk around on set in the crutches and stuff like that, but the insist on sucking up blood to stay in character. But it's like, no, I actually thought he was very restrained, very believable. And I actually thought he was okay. So even he's kind of at an okay point just right now. I mean, I'm sure he'll fuck it up, but but in terms of one like where I see them in a movie, no, even Kat Dennings, like she was okay in Thor 4, like she's only in it for like a minute, but she was okay. I don't know. All the people I usually hate have been all right recently, even if it's just for a moment. So I don't know. At the moment, I can't think of one.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 100 bits. Which main villain from The Boys did you enjoy more, Stormfront or Soldier Boy?
Stormfront was pretty interesting because there was like there were good twists and turns with her. I mean, to a point where you're kind of like, well, wait, is she cool? Is she okay? And they're like, oh no, she's not. kind of thing.
Not.
But I like that. I like it tricks you like that. Soldier Boy. I mean, there was some twists with him too, but not in a way that was as interesting as what they did with Stormfront. So I mean, they're all well done, but I think I liked her more.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Thoughts on Adam Sandler winning the Mark Twain Award for American Humor? Did you watch the ceremony?
No, I didn't. It's funny because I knew what that was, the Mark Twain Award, but when I heard he won, I said, who else won this? And I went through and like 90% of them, I'm like, that's fair. I get that. But then there's like a 10%, I'm like, huh? And they're stranger than Adam Sandler, like Jay Leno's on there. That's really weird. But there's others on there, like, they had Tina Fey, they had Dave Chappelle, they had Jon Stewart, a lot of people. I'm like, okay, I get this. I can see why they did that. Sandler, I wouldn't lean towards giving him that, but in some way I can kind of see why, because his humor really was kind of everywhere, and in the same way, kind of that Jim Carrey over the top silly humor inspired a lot. I guess you could say his did too, and he is kind of versatile, he's shown. So I he wouldn't be my first choice, but it's not something where I'm just like, it's a sham, that he won, kind of thing, or that he was given one.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 100 bits. Who has been your favorite antagonist from the John Wick movies?
Well, I haven't seen the new one, so keep that in mind. Maybe maybe McShane, because I just saw, the pirate movie where he wasn't a very good antagonist. So I'm like, okay, I kind of like him in this role. And again, he's kind of protagonist, antagonist, goes back and forth and stuff. So yeah, I'll say him.
Brand Omega, thank you for that 13-month subscription. Welcome back. Hey, you all. Doug, you never mentioned the music in Pirates 5.
Oh, I don't know. You might have been the one that mentioned it before, as somebody was saying, that the music was different in Pirates 5. I didn't notice that big a difference. I mean, at the same time, it's just kind of typical music. Like, nothing really stood out about it. So I don't know. I feel like everything else was kind of worth talking about than that. I don't even think I brought the music in the good when it was great. You know what I mean? In
Yeah.
the other pirate movies. So yeah, I don't think I'm gonna bring up when it's just meh.
FBL, thank you for the 200 bits. Thoughts on the trailer for Pixar's Elemental?
It didn't do much for me. I'm hoping that's a good sign, because the best Pixar movies usually have bad trailers for whatever reason. So I'm hoping that's a good sign. But yeah, the humor didn't do much for me. It looks, as I guess everyone's saying, very predictable. So we'll see. I want it to be good. I always want Disney, Marvel, Star Wars, all that stuff. I want it to be good. So hopefully that's what we get.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 100 bits. Which villain from the DuckTales 2017 reboot was your favorite?
Trying to get, there's so damn many. I kind of like how Magica went back and forth between being like really threatening and then kind of a silly character. I love when she's reduced to doing birthday parties. That was so funny. But then again, Glumgold's consistently funny. So maybe I'll say him. I think I gotta say Glumgold.
Honest reviewer, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, I've been rummaging through your fridge and noticed that all the rum's gone. Why is the rum gone?
Again, I had to sit through at World's End.
Noah Zinner, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, would you please make a compilation video talking about all the Cartoon Saloon movies? They, and especially Wolfwalkers, deserve more love and attention.
I thought about it. God, especially going to Dublin. Trust me, that was brought up a lot. So if I was to do it, it would be that way. It'd be a compilation. Because I feel like I can't bring anything that new to the movies. I love them, but I just can't bring anything new that I feel like everyone else has already kind of said about it. And I still have to see, is it Breadwinner? Is that the name of the movie? There's one I haven't seen yet. But yeah, I will. I might do that. There might be something there. I gotta go watch them all again. And like I said, I got Breadwinner, and yeah, I have to see Breadwinner for the first time.
Honest reviewer, thank you for the 100 bits. But why is the rum gone?
Because I had to sit through 2 more pirate sequels.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Thoughts on the Asteroid City trailer, the new Wes Anderson movie?
I don't think I saw that one. What's it called? Asteroid City?
Asteroid City.
Tom Hanks, Margot Red. I totally haven't seen this. Okay. I will check that out.
Sailor Aaron, thank you for the 100 bits. Also wanted to give you guys an update. My niece is doing wonderful. I'm totally rocking it, being the best auntie ever.
Nice.
Can't wait to see her again. Saw her 3 days last week.
Oh, that's awesome. There's something so cool about when a human being is only days old. You know what I mean? That's so strange. And even after they're born, it's like, well, how old are they? Oh, they're about 10 minutes old. That's just so odd to think. Like, you can't comprehend only being that old.
Yeah. They're also little potatoes when they're that young. You can't do anything. Smash Ultra, thank you for the 100 bits. Pirates 6, Return of Davy Jones, Revenge of the Crabs. Spoiler alert, it never ends. The crabs or the movies.
I don't know. It looks like looks like the kibosh came down pretty hard when they were trying to do the Margot Robbie one, which again is a shame. I think that would have been cool, but I don't know. Maybe it was sucked, but I like Margot Robbie. I think that would have been a fun way to bring some new life into it, but yeah, oh well.
That's Disney Nerd. Thank you for the 100 bits. To Heather, Doug, and chat. We are only 1 week away from the release of the Mario movie. Can I get a woohoo if you're excited?
Woohoo!
Yeah,
Let's go!
I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. It's only looking better and better. If it's bad, I'll actually be more impressed if it's bad by this point. Because like it really looks like they're building up some fun stuff. So
Right.
yeah.
Right. Well, I feel like the worst it can be is just a giant like fan fest of like, look at this reference, look at this reference, look at this reference. And at this point, I'll take that. That's fine.
That's kind of what I'm thinking too. Like even
I'll
they do
take
that to see that with a crowd, if it's nothing but fan moments, I'd be like, I don't know, it'd be kind of fun.
Kerbo the Great, thank you for the 100 bits. Hello, Doug. I've got a few questions. We're gonna have to rapid fire through these, and in the future, Kerbo, please limit it to like 1 or 2 questions, not 3. The first one is not really a question. In one of your old reviews, you made a joke where you imitated Morpheus yelling machines. I don't remember you bringing that up in the Matrix reviews. 2, are you willing to give Rise of TMNT a new try because they fixed every complaint you had about the first episode and the movie finale was fantastic?
That's what I hear. I'll give it another shot at some point.
Were you really born in Croatia? And if so, that means we're technically neighbors.
No, silly fool. I was born in Italy.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 100 bits. Which main villain from Doom Patrol did you like more? The Candlemaker in Season 2 or the Brain in Season 3? Obviously, neither of them compare to Mr. Nobody, but which one would you rank after him?
Well, I feel like they did more with the Brain. And the Candlemaker, was that it? I love the build up to him, but they didn't have much of a payoff. So yeah, I think I gotta say the Brain.
Grand Omega, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, how dare you act like Pirates 5 was good? I hated it.
I didn't say it was good. I said it wasn't the worst. No, there's times where it tricked me into thinking it was going to be good. And then it's like, yeah, no, it's just kind of a bunch of bland nothing. But it's just like, so there's a handful of moments that were really good in it.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 100 bits. Overall, which episode of Wolverine and the X-Men was your favorite? Or the one you enjoyed the most by default?
There's one that really goes into like the connection between Angel and his father, and they really, really focus on that. I really like that because again, that's one of the few like relationships they really focus on the show, and it felt unique and it had interesting twists and turns. So yeah, I think that one I like the most.
Noah Zinner, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, so with Pirates Month now over, I have some potential ideas. Avengers Month, Mel Gibson Month, the Month of the Apes, maybe a compilation of the first 5 films and 1 video for each of the Andy Serkis films. What do you think?
I thought about, excuse me, doing like a Planet of the Apes compilation because I do really like those movies. I still haven't seen all the I guess they're called the Andy Serkis movies. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. He's in all of them. I've only seen the last one, so I had to watch the first 2. But I love the other movies and they're interesting to talk about. So I might do that. I don't know if I'll do a month, but Avengers Month kind of sounds good. I might do that. That's not bad. Let me write that down.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 100 bits. Have you considered doing a fanscription on what if Richard Donner directed Superman 3? Walter has a Superman fanscription, that idea, that is like his child. And one of these days, when he has recovered from the Burton Batman fanscriptions, he's going to do that one. So at some point, strap in for a very epic Walter Superman fanscription.
Yeah, he like really, that I think an Indiana Jones one he's always wanted to do. So yeah, those are the 2 that he's like he's saving them. He's like letting them boil and cook and stuff like that because he's really wanted to do them for a while.
Grand Omega, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, I sadly found another sequel to The Mask. It's called Grandson of the Mask. Just kidding. Would hope that would freak you out. It's so fun.
I was legit about to type that. I was like, this has to be a new something.
I tried to give it just enough moment to breathe, but not enough time to let you look it up.
That was good. I mean, my hand literally was going like that. I'm like, oh, okay.
Virtuous Sinner, thank you for the 100 bits. I just watched the Elemental trailer and instantly fell in love with it, but I just have the soft spot for the Romeo and Juliet story. Also, I love the different art styles of each element. However, I would like more different. The fire having a charcoal look, water with watercolor, earth with clay, and air having airbrush, but I might be needy. I think they were just probably just wanted it to match more, even though you see the elements hee of each on the.
Okay. Yeah, the other I do like the different art styles on them. I think that's clever. I would like that. Maybe they're gonna do it. I would like that more with the city because the city doesn't look bad, but just looks like Zootopia. You know, like I've seen this. Like how cool would it be if the Fire City really was like just these flaming buildings or something like that, or just one big like fire pit. I don't know, or a volcano or something. I don't know, but like maybe they're gonna do that. I don't know, but yeah, I'm still hopeful. I still want to give it a chance.
Noah Zinner, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, how do you decide which sounds to put at the end of your reviews in front of the Channel Awesome logo?
Oh, just whatever sounds funny to me. You know, I have to go through and watch the whole review when I'm done with it. So when I start, you know, at the beginning, start watching it through, I'm looking for funny lines or something like that that go good over the logo.
Strider for Life, thank you for the 100 bits. Hey, Doug, how was Dublin?
It was great, man. It was great to be back. And let me tell you, the first time I went there, we got a Guinness at a pub, and it just tasted like an American Guinness. Maybe they just import right or something wrong with the tap. I don't know, but I had it again this time at a couple different places, and oh my god, it was night and day. It really is different having it in Ireland. It is so smooth and to a point where it almost brings out like new flavors with it. You know, Guinness, I like Guinness, but it's not something I say, oh, but the flavor of Guinness is so great.
Yeah.
But like in Ireland, yeah, it kind of is. So yeah, I was very impressed by that.
Strider for Life, thank you for the 100 bit. Oh, I just read that. I'm sorry. Adam Grunther, thank you for the 100 bits. Have you seen the newest episode of Hell of a Boss?
No, not yet. It's still gonna be a bit because I'm catching up with everything. With another convention this weekend. We're
Yeah.
gonna be at C2E2. So
Woo!
yeah, which is awesome, but man, it's a busy week. And next week's probably gonna be busy too. So I will try my best to watch it because I really do want to see it.
The Dead Man Jax, thank you for gifting that sub to Matt Gamer. Really appreciate that.
Thank you.
Thank you. Smash Ultra, thank you for the 100 bits. The music I couldn't recognize and really want is the music you played when you introduced us to Rick Edwards from Best Fiends Friends.
Uh Man, I don't remember what that was. I'd have to look it up. I'd have to just look it up. I'm sorry.
Rand Omega, thank you for the 100 bits. So I watched The Legend of the Titanic, and I was surprised you never mentioned the battle of with the dolphins against the sharks while the Titanic was sinking.
Like there wasn't enough insanity to discuss. Good lord, it throws so much crazy at you. That's the best I could do at the time.
The Planet, thank you for the 100 bits. Hey, Doug and Heather, have either of you played the Mass Effect trilogy? I've been playing through it again recently and absolutely love the characters and world building is unmatched. Would you consider playing it on Twitch sometime?
I hear they're amazing. I never have.
Yeah, I started Mass Effect 1 on stream here on Channel Awesome, but I found myself like getting two in my head because I wanted to read all the world building, and so like I decided to just kind of work on it off stream, but I haven't finished it yet. But I do have the whole trilogy. I just need to actually like go through with it and actually play it because I heard it's wonderful. That Disney Nerd, thank you for the 100 bits. Continuing the trend I was doing last week, who would you rather have a sit-down conversation with, Peter Jackson or David Fincher?
Uh, Probably Jackson. Man, he shot Lord of the Rings. The stories he must have.
Right, B Burns, thank you for the 100 bits. I wanted to ask your opinion on the Xbox Series X if you have one. And do you remember the days when the original Xbox 360 had a red ring of death? And did you like the redesign of the Xbox 360 back in the day? I'm talking about the Xbox 360 Slim models.
Well, as someone who has never owned or played an Xbox, I have a lot of things to say about it. I have nothing to say about it because I've never owned or played one. I'm sorry.
I do remember when the 360s had the red ring of death. I never had an Xbox until I have my Series S right now. I don't have a Series X. I have a Series S. And honestly, I kind of love it because it's just my little Game Pass machine. So it kind of makes me feel like I've gotten enough value out of my Game Pass because I'm constantly playing games on my Series S. So honestly, I would recommend an Xbox Series S. Grand Omega, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, Beckett was a big villain. You keep forgetting that he had a child hanged. A child! That's like Moff Gideon hanging Grogu. You want to hate someone that hangs a child.
Yeah, how would that work if Moff Gideon hanged Grogu? Would you be like, yeah, that fits? That makes sense in this world, in this series. No, you'd be like, what the fuck? That's just like a desperate attempt to look artsy and dark. And yeah, I don't know. There was no transition into that. And it did nothing for me. And I thought he was so boring. But again, it sounds like a lot of people agree with you and a lot of people like that villain. And fair enough. We're just going to have different points of view. But yeah, if you really think there's a lot to that guy, go ahead and take it in. See all that, all those layers there.
Honest reviewer, thank you for the 100 bits. So, for some non spoiler Star Wars news, after 5 years since its announcement, Rian Johnson's Star Wars trilogy has been canceled.
Was it ever officially on?
Yeah, it was.
I feel like they were talking about it like after Last Jedi, and then when they switched directors, they're kind of like, yeah, this is kind of done.
They were still talking about it for a little while.
Were they really?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I'd be lying if I said a part of me wasn't kind of interested in what he was going to do.
I think so. Give him the reins to the whole trilogy. I wouldn't be mad about it. Let's see it.
I kind of agree. Like giving him whatever, a second or a third or something like that, it doesn't make sense. But like giving him like 3 movies, I'd be curious because how do you subvert expectations with 3 movies?
Yeah.
Then you know what I mean. So because that's always his thing. And, most of the time it works, honestly, when he does it. And like I said, there's things I have issues with in Last Jedi, but I mean, like the core of it, I still think was pretty strong. So, yeah, I would have been down for that, but I think we know Star Wars fans wouldn't have been down for it.
Kerbo the Great, thank you for the 100 bits, and this is another 3-parter, so we're gonna clip through it. What was the worst collab video you ever made?
Worst collab? Man, I don't know. I like collabs. I like working with people. I can't think of one right now.
5, I was thinking to myself that the only difference between Beckett and General Hux is that Beckett at least got an awesome send-off. Not really a question. 6, why is frying the Coke still not a meme yet?
Because I tried to force it too much. I think that's the point where people tried to call me out on it, and I was like, yeah, that's fair. I was literally trying to force a meme on that instead of letting it happen organically, and it's one of those things I'm like, yeah, I think that's how the internet works. It's how it should work, and I think I didn't quite get that back then, but I get it now. Hopefully I get it now.
Grand Omega, thank you for the 100 bits. So I thought it would be funny if you reviewed Megan and have Tamara dress as the character and chase you throughout the review like the old days when people chased you.
That's pretty funny. Fuck. I gotta think about that because I that's a fun way. Shit, I'm writing it down. That is not bad.
Noah Zinner, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, there's a game show on YouTube called Star Wars Jedi Temple Challenge. It's a fun show where kids go through obstacle Star Wars themes. Theme hosted by Ahmed Best, who played a certain Jedi we say recently on Disney Plus. Just thought you should know.
That sounds like fun. I'm kind of shocked they haven't done something like that before. They have a holiday special. Why wouldn't they have a game show? All right, I'll look that up.
Sir Sam, thank you for the 100 bits. Hey Doug, it's my birthday. I've been following you since I was 12. I'm now 20. Thanks for your content over the years.
Man, you think you feel old? That's awesome though, man. Happy birthday to you.
That Disney Nerd, thank you for the 100 bits. Did you enjoy your time in Dublin?
Oh, I did. So many nice people. The taxi ride back, I was talking about how much I love the pudding in Ireland, the blood pudding. Like it just gives me energy for the whole day. And the taxi driver, next time he picked me up, he got me some. He got me some to take back home. And I was just like, oh my God. He's like, it's the kind that's already cooked, so you don't have to, worry about it going bad on the plane and stuff like that. I'm like, holy shit, that's so kind. Everyone was wonderful. It's a wonderful place.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 100 bits. Have you seen the parody series Sonic for Hire? It's by the same people from Dorkly, and it's honestly amazing. They don't just make fun of Sonic, they make fun of every video game character. You see Mario as a mob boss and Kirby as a serial killer. That shit gets dark.
I've only seen a little bit. I haven't seen the whole thing, and actually, that reminds me to watch more of it because, yeah, I've been meaning to watch all of it. No, I got to check out the whole thing.
Oyram, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug and Heather, hope you're doing well. Anyway, I was thinking about Bargo, Mati. Have you guys kept in touch?
I ran into him at a grocery store a couple of years ago. But
Random.
yeah, and we said hi, just caught up and stuff like that. But no, I haven't really caught up after that. So yeah, hope he's doing well.
Master Gamgee, thank you for the 100 bits. Sorry, excuse me. You've referenced Snow Dogs several times. When are you ripping the band-aid off and actually reviewing it?
I I forgot I did reference it. I think that might just been my punchline for just, in a serious film, just suddenly like compare it to like kind of a cartoony movie. I never have seen it. Maybe I should. Maybe I'll do it for Disney Semper.
Oyram, thank you for the 100 bits. Just thought I'd mention that people wanted to let you know if you will try the Nickelodeon game show review idea, you can find clips on Paramount Plus. Oh, also please showcase and promote the Laxadaisy, gosh, I can't talk today. Laxadaisy short that came out today because your friend Malcolm Ray is in it. Also someone named Pra-Z Song-woo in the short. Hope you'll work with him.
I forgot it came out today. I do have to check that out because I did want to see that. Thank you for reminding me. And what was the first? Oh, the game show one. I wrote it down. I feel like there's a lot of places we can probably get clips now. Back then, that was mass shows, the early days of the internet. Like, oh, there's just no clips out there for the game shows and stuff. And it's like now there's clips all over the place that you can find. So yeah, we might do that at some point.
The Minnesota Superstars, thank you for the 100 bits. Commercial suggestion for your special this year, the WWF, or now is called WWE Super Bowl commercial from 2001. Just a bunch of extreme moments happening inside the main building of WWE headquarters.
May I kind of remember that? I'll try and check it out. Yeah, sure.
Mr. Scooby, thank you for the 100 bits. Have you heard of the Room remake coming out with Bob Odenkirk and Tommy Wiseau's role? There's a clip with Odenkirk doing the "Oh hi, Mark" scene seriously, and it looks amazing. Apparently, he's doing it for charity.
Yeah, from what I understand, I think it's a reading of it, like how
Yes.
some actors like read like A Christmas Carol and stuff like that.
Right. It's
It's
not
not.
like a full remake that's coming to theaters or anything.
Yeah, because I had people already come up to me and be like, oh man, can you believe he's gonna be in a remake of The Room? He's doing a movie. He's doing the blah blah blah. It's a reading, so that is different. But he said he wants to do it straight, and I think that's a very smart way to do it to see if he can actually make those lines work because he's a very good actor. And he said that's part of it. See if he can make it work. And if it gets a laugh or it doesn't get a laugh, either way, like he's done his job. So yeah, no, I'm looking forward to that.
I'm gonna look up really fast to see if I can find the charity. So I think you have to donate in order to actually be able to see
Oh,
it.
oh,
Let me look
okay.
this up
That's
really, really
pretty,
fast. Hold on one second.
that's pretty
I
clever.
would just love
Yeah.
to be able to actually promote the charity.
Yeah, I'd be down
Acting
for
for a
that too.
cause.
Yeah, let me know the name of the charity too, because yeah, I wouldn't mind pushing that too.
Oh, it appears on the website. I'm not sure. I gotta sit down and read this.
Okay, do you know
Um,
what the charity is though?
there's so many things that just popped up in my way. A AMFAR. What is that? It's
AMFA
AMF and then capital AR.
and
I don't know what it is. I'm sorry.
oh, good.
There you go. Enjoy it. Um, Oyram,
Oh,
thank you.
AIDS research. That's what it is.
There you go. AIDS research. Thank you. Oyram, thank you for the 100 bits. Hey, Doug, I know you love Bill Murray. Thoughts on what he's currently going through?
Maybe I'm behind. Maybe I don't know what the current thing he's going through is. Bill Murray. Let's see. Any
I'm
news?
not sure if I know, honestly.
Yeah, let me see. News says Kosovo has on his back. Reacts to Huskies. Trailer. I'm not seeing anything right now. I will have to check that out.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 100 bits. Can you do Ponyo's infamous yell of saying, ham? I have no reason to ask other than the fact that I love it.
My voice, it's trickier to do the high pitch stuff, so I'll try to do when she's a demon. Ham! That's the
Amazing.
best I can do.
Beautiful. Oi, Ram, thank you for the 100 bits. One worry I have about the Mario movie is how they seem to portray Mario as incompetent. I get that Mario is new to the Mushroom Kingdom, the movie, but also that you are tired of Peach getting kidnapped and you also want to eradicate all femininity. But if Mario is not shown to adapt and get better, then we'll get together, we'll get another Black Cauldron or Quest for Camelot situation. Sorry, there's a lot of things going on there.
I mean, what I know, it just looks like typical comedy stuff, just fish out of water type stuff. I mean, there's stuff that Thor didn't get when he first shows up on Earth in Thor. Doesn't mean he's a total lunkhead necessarily. That's in Thor 4. But yeah, it's I don't know. It looks okay so far. I have to just see what they do with it.
Sailor Aaron, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, I finished an anime called Black Lagoon, and I think you would love it. It's super great. The dub is amazing. To me, it's like John Woo and Quentin Tarantino made this anime. Check it out.
No, I've heard that. Someone else, or maybe you actually,
Yeah, it is.
recommended it.
Mhm.
Okay, before. So yeah, I got it written down.
Sorry, was taking a sip of beer as you said that. That Disney nerd, thank you for the 100 bits. Have you seen Road to Perdition? I watched it for the first time and I liked it. Tom Hanks, in my opinion, is acting his ass off in that movie.
Uh, I started it years ago and I wasn't getting into it. Maybe I should give it another chance. It wasn't bad. It was just kind of, it looked very like a movie of that time. I think it was early 2000s, like trying to get an Oscar. It had that feel. So it wasn't doing much for me, but I should give it a chance. I should watch the whole thing because I haven't seen the whole thing. So I should do that.
Rand C Gaming, thank you for the 100 bits. Hey, Doug and Heather, did you hear that a few weeks ago the director of Kingdom Hearts said that something happened last October that has changed the course of the series forever?
Well,
I did hear that.
we'll just have to see. Yeah, I
Yeah.
know what that is.
Yippo, thank you for the 200 bits. Hey, Doug, it was an honor to meet you and chat with you at Vaticon. Thank you for your signed poster and photo with you. It really was a weekend to remember.
Oh my God, thank you so much. Thank you for being such wonderful fans, for watching so long, man.
Yeah.
No, it was really, really cool. It was a fun time.
Smash Ultra, thank you for the 100 bits. Wait a minute. First Godzilla meet Ace from PPG, and now they meet Nightmare Before Christmas? If you don't get it, check your shirt.
Think I got you.
Oi Ram, thank you for the 100 bits. Hey Doug, think you'll review the 2020 Netflix movie Minions, aka Cuties?
I've heard things about that movie.
Yep.
I should probably stay away
Mhm.
from what I've heard about it.
Adam Gunther, thank you for the 100 bits. What is your favorite and least favorite Brendan Fraser performance?
I did finally see The Whale. And I did really like it. I think I like him in Doom Patrol a little more.
Okay.
In terms of performances. Least favorite? I don't know. I mean, maybe it's not his fault. I just don't think they had any direction. Like maybe Monkey Bone. He just looks so lost. Everybody looks so lost. So yeah, just didn't quite work.
Oi Ram, thank you for the 100 bits. I just realized a Dark Tune you haven't done yet, but I also realized that I think you did a riff tracks of it, so you might hate it with a passion. It's called Their Good Booze Tonight, the short with Casper and the Fox. Mock me all you want, but that made me just as sad as Bambi's mom and Mufasa.
It is. I do admire it for what both a dark yet kind of happy ending it is. That did kind of make me laugh. Yeah, I don't know. Might be an idea. I never have done a Casper cartoon. That would be a good one to do. Because you're right, there are kind of like dark backgrounds in that it's definitely, even though it's a happy ending, technically it's still a dark ending. Might be an idea.
Oi Ram, thank you for the 100 bits. Realize that I haven't seen Brian Porter, Ayana Wade, Farad Muhammad, and Adonis in a while. What happened to all of them? Porter, just after Awesome Comics, was good to just do his own thing. And he is doing really well. Actually, he was just on a couple of weeks ago. We did an Awesome Comics and Cocktails review of Shazam 2, and Porter joined us. It was a lot of fun. Ayana is also doing her own thing. She's doing some like professional dungeon master, like DM stuff, and is really cool. She'll be at C2E2 though, so if you're interested in seeing her at C2E2, she'll be around. And Farad lives in LA.
But he did do the next NC intro, which is going to be next
Hey.
week, so you can check that out too.
There you go. There you go. And I honestly haven't chatted with Adonis in a while, so
Yeah, I haven't either.
sorry. Oi, Ram, thank you for the 100 bits. I believe you said you haven't liked one performance by Jared Leto before Morbius. Are you including American Psycho, Requiem for a Dream, and Dallas Buyers Club when you say this?
I never did see Buyers Club. I do hear. Well, wait, no, I heard. Is that McConaughey? Is he in that one? I heard he's good in that. If I'm thinking of the right one. But what were the other ones? I forget Requiem for a Dream. How he was in that. I guess I would remember a bad performance in that, so I'm sure he's fine. And what was the other one that was mentioned?
American Psycho.
American Psycho. Yeah, he is somewhere in there too. Again, maybe because Christian Bale was so odd, I didn't really notice Jared Leto's oddness, or maybe he was fine. Honestly, I don't know. I guess the so-called like good performances that you know he's going for usually don't work, or they're very think about the performances, like in Panic Room. I got that same vibe. I'm like, I just don't buy this. I get more of a notice me performance out of it, but yeah, I forgot he was in those other movies, so I guess that's good for him. You know what I mean? So yeah, I forgot he was even in those. So yeah, I haven't seen every film he's in, so again, I probably shouldn't just completely throw him under the bus.
Noah Zinner, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, I'll admit I wasn't excited for Pirates Month at first. The franchise never interested me and I wasn't expecting a lot of great material, but your jokes, insight, and my first viewing of 4 out of the 5 of them really fun and inspiring. Thank you, Doug.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, the very kind words. Thank you so much.
Oi, Ram, thank you for the 100 bits. Hey, Doug, you know your moviesucks.org, right? You worked with them for that Where's the Fair Use campaign. Well, he made a video debunking the claim that Lion King ripped off Kimba / Jungle Emperor Leo. Have you seen it?
You know, so here's the thing, because we definitely made jokes about it. I've never seen Kimba the White Lion, and from what I've heard, so I hear there's bullet points that they hit that seem more than just coincidental, but it's not like a scene by scene remake. Like different things do happen in it. But in the same way that you could say like Frozen is technically the Ice Queen, but a lot of different things happen in it. It's just hitting the bullet points. So the stuff they said that happens, it still sounds like quite a coincidence, to a point where I think even Matthew Broderick thought they were just doing a different telling of Kimba when he was doing the voiceover. So from what I hear, I should watch it. You're right. But from what I hear with the bullet points, it sounds a little bit more than just coincidence. But I don't think it ruins The Lion King by any means. I still like that movie. And there are a lot of differences. But maybe I'll check out that video.
Grand Omega, thank you for the 100 bits. How about Transformers Month next year? Just an idea.
That's another one I feel like how many movies are there? I mean, there'd definitely be more than enough, but yeah, there might be too many. Yeah, because then we'd have like Beast Wars in there too. Or is that the new one that's coming out? I can't remember. Anyway, I'll either do a compilation video because I've technically reviewed the movies, but they're kind of jokey and don't really focus that much on the films. I'll either do like a compilation or maybe I'll do like a month on them. Yeah, might not be a bad idea.
Noah Zinner, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, would you please review Gremlins and Edward Scissorhands for Christmas this year?
I thought about doing Edward Scissorhands because I really do like that movie. I like Gremlins too, and Gremlins, you know what I mean. But yeah, I don't know if I can find enough to say about Gremlins. It's weird because my thoughts change on those movies. When I was a kid, I really loved 2 a lot more, and then as I got older, I loved the first one a lot more. So I feel like maybe like that'd be another one where it'd be like a compilation movie, maybe would make more sense to review them. So I might do that.
Oi, Ram, thank you for the 100 bits. Hey, Doug, I was wondering, is there a time when you think the comedy based on misery philosophy is not the way to go? I was thinking about the best example was the Face Off review. I personally thought how you originally planned to send off Rachel seemed too mean, felt more like good riddance than a farewell. Plus, if you kept it that way, we wouldn't have seen the Tamara Wickerman introduction, and the brief return of Rachel and Nutcracker 3D would have felt as genuine.
No, I'm glad things turned out as they did because I agree. I think that intro of Tamara was better. I mean, to me, it's not even a matter of in my personal opinion, I thought this was like, well, every comedian thinks this, but I guess not. I feel like every bit of comedy has some hint of negativity, surprise, or uncomfortableness, or something in there. Even puns is like a mockery of language. If you don't believe me, people can get upset at puns. Look at Coolio and Weird Al. Like, he was really upset. We did a parody of, Gangsta's Paradise, made Amish Paradise. It's changing the meaning of the word and what's behind the word and stuff. Now, some would say that's not super offensive, but I still think it's coming from that base. But that's my personal take. I guess some people have different thoughts on it, but yes, you could definitely be very mean and certainly more direct with the misery and the insults and stuff like that. But I like the way things turned out with that. I liked Tamara's introduction with the Wicker Man a lot more. I think it turned out better.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 100 bits. Maybe it's just me, but after seeing the new Elemental trailer, am I wrong for getting sick of Pixar just doing slice of life movies? I'm not asking for an epic action movie, but maybe make your movie a little more exciting. Do you disagree?
I mean, they've had some. I feel like, Coco kind of did that. I guess Luca's kind of a slice, but I don't. If it's done well, I'm down for it. I loved Luca. I just thought that was such a good movie, and that's really like one of my top favorites, honestly. I mean, Soul is like about going to the afterlife and stuff like that. I know what you're talking about. Like, that's why it was kind of exciting when Brave was coming out, because it's like, oh, here's something like a little different. It was just kind of the Disney formula in many respects. So I know what you're saying. I'd be down for them doing something different. But we got like 20 sequels coming out, so that's unlikely.
Dev the Wiser, thank you for the 100 bits. Untitled review or Doug's review for the new John Wick. Curious on your thoughts.
I haven't seen it yet, and it's going to be a while because the Mario movie comes out next week. I have a con this weekend. I just got back from a con in Ireland. So, yeah, it's probably going to be a minute before I get a chance to watch it.
Orlando Garcia, thank you for the 33-month subscription. Welcome
Thank
back.
you.
Appreciate it. Hello to the Hot Pockets Queen. Oh, and Dennis, too?
I'll take it.
Sailor Aaron, thank you for the 100 bits. Listen to the Black Lagoon OP Red Fraction by Mel, or my favorite insert song from the show, The World of Midnight and This Moment, Prayer in the Light by Minako Muki Obata. Since you get the chance, because man, the music is really great.
All right, try to check it out.
Rand C Gaming, thank you for the 100 bits. Hi, Doug. I'm over my ear infection, and next week, me and my friends are going to see the Mario movie opening night.
Nice. Yeah, that's a good way to celebrate that.
Oi, Ram, thank you for the 100 bits. I have seen you egregiously make fun of things meant for little kids. Did you know that when the two authors of Bernstein Bears passed on, writers from Washington Post and Slate decided to write scathing articles on the deceased authors as obituaries?
No, I did not know that. What can you say about
Right, the
people who wrote the
Berenstein
Bears?
Bears. Like,
Berenstain.
sorry, you're right.
But yeah, it's like I don't know. Maybe they had like this terrible life that they lived or something. I don't know. I wouldn't think people that wrote the Berenstain Bears would, but what do I know?
Coburn, thank you for the 100 bits. Would you say Super Mario is a good Italian role model? He eats spaghetti ravioli and is a good family guy for whoever Mamma Mia is.
I mean, in the same way you can kind of say like something's a stereotype, but it's like, like kind of a positive stereotype or a good stereotype. I don't know. I always got that from Mario. Every like Italian person I've known has never had a problem with Mario. I heard the same thing about like Speedy Gonzalez. Like every Mexican person I've known has never had a problem with Speedy Gonzalez. So, I mean, I guess they're the people to really ask. When I look at him, I can definitely see it's a stereotype. I'm not going to pretend it's not, but he has a character. He has a personality. He's the hero. He's likable. He's the mascot. He's the Mickey Mouse of Nintendo. So, yeah, I personally don't have a problem.
Listen, us Sicilians, we've been talking. We're actually getting together and we're going to kill the bastard. Message me for details. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, there was, I think they're talking to the actors from Sopranos in one of these old series. They're talking about the stereotype. He's like, what do you want? He's a hardworking guy. Yeah, he's a plumber. He's like a blue guy. Like, yeah. What do you want? What's your problem? It's pretty funny.
Orlando Garcia, thank you for the 100 bits. I've been binging Ren and Stimpy clips the past month, so question for you both. Who would you have for a pet, Ren or Stimpy?
A pet Ren or Stimpy? What does that mean?
Like, who would you rather have for a pet?
Oh,
Ren
gotcha.
or Stimpy?
Well, who would you have for a pet, comma, Ren or Stimpy?
Yes.
I think you said Ren and Stimpy. Gotcha. I mean, probably Stimpy. I think Ren would be too much work.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 100 bits. What are your thoughts on The Outsiders starring Ralph Macchio and Patrick Swayze?
I don't think I've seen that. I'll have to check it out.
Caroline Sweet, thank you for the 100 bits. No message, just the bits. Appreciate
Thank you.
that. Grand Omega, thank you for the 100 bits. Fun fact, the human Davy Jones was also CG. I totally thought Bill was wearing a fake beard, but there is a deleted scene with Jones and Governor Swan, and Bill is in the CG equipment stuff looking the same as always.
Wait, like at World's End? That's a CG person? No. That doesn't make any sense. Why would they do that? It just looks like
Why
a guy
would they do that?
like a guy in a beard, like not even like that realistic looking a beard. That doesn't add up. I mean, if that's the case, I guess I can see why that was the most expensive movie at the time. They just threw money at anything, I guess. If that's true, that's very weird.
Orlando Garcia, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, have you gotten Metroid Prime Remastered? Compared to the original on GameCube, it is truly quite the spruce up.
No, I haven't. But it sounds like fun. Maybe at some point I will.
Yeah, I haven't either, but I am considering, and it probably is. I shouldn't even say considering. It's probably my next game on Mondays, because I did a whole bunch of Metroid games before Dread. So we may see the return of Metroid Mondays in a couple of weeks. So, come back here on a Monday.
Check it out.
Oiram, thank you for the 100 bits. I must admit, Doug, I had a nightmare once where you were bashing a video game franchise called Kelowna. You were calling the story awful and you compared the main character to Short Round. What frightened me was the idea that you might actually persuade people who would have been interested into not buying it. The games were considered masterpieces, but poorly marketed made them not sell well.
It was no dream. Yeah, I don't even think I know what that game is. You're safe.
I believe they've asked you to play it before.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 100 bits. How would you rank Snyder's 3 DCEU movies from least pretentious to most pretentious? And that's Man of Steel, BVS, and Justice League.
Well, okay. Look, even
on
the
a scale
ones
of pretentiousness, Doug, not goodness.
yeah, even the ones I like I like Justice League, his edited Justice League, but it's still crazy pretentious. Yeah, I don't know. I still think Man of Steel is probably the most pretentious. All the Jesus stuff going on. After that, I guess I'll say Justice League is second most pretentious, even though it's my favorite. And then Batman v Superman, still very pretentious. But yeah, maybe the least out of it because it just seems crazy.
Rancy Gaming, thank you for the 100 bits. Hi, Doug. I remember last week when I recommended you play any of the Sam and Max games for Disneycember, but you said you would not play any of the Monkey Island games because you know them too well. But what about the new game that came out last year?
Maybe.
Wasn't that a remake? Isn't it
No,
the same? No, is it new?
There's a new one.
Oh, it's a new one. Okay, got it.
Yeah. I hear it's okay.
Okay.
What I hear. But there is a part of me that's like, yeah, that would kind of be fun. Rob played it. He was the real diehard Monkey Island guy. Like he's the one that got me into the games and stuff like that. And he was saying it's definitely good. You can kind of tell like the age difference now, like how long the guy's been away, because some of the jokes he's like, yeah, they're a little daddish, some of the humor. But he's like, but there's still good humor in it too, pretty good stuff. So might be an idea. I'll think about that.
The Minnesota Superstars, thank you for the 100 bits. Favorite movie. Favorite movie, lobby, snack, food, or combination you have when you see a movie?
I have a weird thing where well, first of all, I'm one of the few people I love a hot dog at movie theater. I don't know why it's just really really
Ah,
good.
you're the one who wants the hot dog that's been sitting on the rollers for 4 hours.
You know, they weirdly taste good to me. I don't know what it is. Hot dogs are already who the hell knows what's in them. So who the hell knows what's in a movie theater one? But that's just part of the excitement. It's part of the thrill. I also have a weird thing. When I was a kid, for whatever reason, I was really obsessed with getting those little Butterfinger bites. And if I
Mm.
ever see one at a movie theater, I get them just for the nostalgia, just to remember eating them when I was like 11 years old.
I'm just a classic popcorn gal, no butter, maybe some seasonings, but I like the cookie dough bites. Have you ever seen the cookie dough bites?
Those are good.
Yeah, those are good. I like those. FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Fave Bernie Mac movie.
Man, I'd have to think of the movies he's been. You know, okay, so it's weird. I swear, I'll say Bad Santa, but I swear there's a scene in Bad Santa that I saw. Like, I don't know if it's a Mandela effect or what, where he keeps dwindling him down to a smaller amount. He's like, he says, I want half. And he's like, okay, let's do, 80-20, half. He's like, 70-30, half. And he keeps dwindling down until it's like 49-51. And I swear he like looks at him and he thinks for a second and he lays back and he goes, half. I swear it's it. But every time I see the movie, that's not in there. That moment isn't in there. And I'm like, but that's so funny. Did I Mandela affect it or not? I don't know. If anyone's seen that movie and has seen that scene, let me know.
Let Doug know he's not insane.
Yeah, because I swear I remember that
Doug's
scene.
own brain gaslighting him into thinking
Yeah,
a
right.
scene happened in the movie. Dev the Wiser, thank you for the 100 bits. Thoughts on the Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter movie?
I never saw it. I heard it's really boring, which is so weird.
Yeah.
How can that title result in a boring movie? But everyone said it's apparently really, really dull. But I have not seen it, so I guess I can't comment.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Thoughts on the movie Tower Heist?
Did I see the whole thing? I think I saw the whole thing. I remember liking it okay. I think it got really slammed by critics back then, but I remember I remember liking the style okay and the cast okay. Yeah.
There are 2 people in chat saying that scene is in the movie Bad Santa.
Okay, all right. Maybe it's like because I know there's like an unrated version or an extended version. So like maybe I was watching one of those or something, or vice versa. Yeah, I don't know.
Orlando Garcia, thank you for the 100 bits. Not to be a downer, but can we pour one out for all the Nintendo Wii U and 3DS eShops? They gave it all. They really gave all.
Are they
They're
gone
closed.
now? I'm assuming.
Yes,
Oh,
forever.
that's-
Forever, Doug. You will never be able to play some of those Wii U games on the Wii U that you do not own.
I do have. Wait. I have a Wii. Is that different from a Wii U?
Yes, Doug. That is
Yeah,
different
then I
than a
don't fucking
Wii
care.
U.
I don't give a fuck. Mm-mm. As long as I can still do my Michael Jackson dancing game, I don't give a shit.
I'm laughing because sometimes people are like, man, I didn't know Doug was a gamer. And here's Doug being like, is the Wii U different than a Wii?
No, I man, I don't care. I'll own the boomerness of it. I don't give a shit.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Would you rather interview Wes Anderson or Gore Verbinski?
Man, that's rough. Because again, I like Wes Anderson's movies more. But Gore Verbinski, again, he did the Pirates movies and like The Ring and stuff. Like those stories must be really interesting. I guess I'll say him.
Ori Ram, thank you for the 100 bits. Hey, Doug, I should warn you about 3 people who are talking mad smack about you. Zaid Magenta, Anna Matt, aka Electric Dragon 505, and Mysterious Mr. Enter. Just thought I'd make sure you know that they could be trouble.
Okay, I'll keep an eye on.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Favorite part of Dublin?
Man, a favorite part? Do they mean like a specific section, or they mean like
It just
something
says
you do
fave
there?
part of Dublin.
Favorite part of Dublin?
IDK.
I mean, I'll say the cheap answer, but really is true. The people. I really do love the people. But the Guinness is a close second. Having a Guinness there was pretty fucking awesome.
Mway, thank you for the 100 bits. Why did you quit your job as a janitor all those years ago?
It was. I don't advise people to do this, to like burn bridges this way and stuff like that. But I was finishing up college. I needed that job to kind of get me through the rest of college, and it was just I said I want to do something creative. I finally want to force myself to do something creative as a living, and this is my way to kind of kick myself to do it, and force myself to say, okay, just you have this on your record now, so you have to try something in what you really want to do, which at the time I wanted to do illustration. But on top of that, there's a guy who was always trying to get me fired. They brought me in because he was caught sleeping on the job too many times. So they brought me in to help. And he kept, I don't speak Spanish very well, but I can pick up lazy, not doing work and stuff like that. He was telling the boss, and the guy told me, he's like, he got like the last 5 people fired, man, because he kept making up shit about him. So they caught on. And don't worry, you're not going to get fired. Of course, that's what I do to say thanks, I guess. But yeah, but I did let him know ahead of time that I was going to be leaving and stuff like that. So there's a little bit more behind the scenes than, the video you see. But with that said, the video is pretty funny.
Rancy Gaming, thank you for the 100 bits. Hi, Doug. Do you know that Insomniac Spider-Man 2 comes out this year, but it's only on PS5?
Well, shit, maybe that'll be the one that finally forces me to get a PS5 then, man. Did they say when this year? Do you know?
I don't know.
Okay, all right. I'll have to keep an eye on that. All right.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Thoughts on the Golden Compass movies?
Movies? There's more than one?
Oh, movie. Sorry, there's just
okay.
one. I read an S when there was not an S. My bad.
So I never read the books, and everyone that's read the books has said, "Oh my god, this movie's awful." As someone who's never read the books, I thought it was just dull. that was about it. I didn't hate it, but I hear was it His Dark Materials? Is that the show on HBO? That's supposed to be like the books. It's supposed to be great, and they're supposed to be much more like the source material. So yeah, I guess check that out.
Grand Omega, thank you for the 100 bits. I'm surprised you didn't mention the part in Pirates 3 when Jones goes through the wheel to summon the Kraken, yells at Jack's face, causing Jack to scream. That part always cracks me up.
Again, the movie was just so long and there was so much to talk about. I just sort of lumped it in with, the fun moment of the climax, one of the fun moments, because I think I do show him like spinning him around in the wheel. So yeah, I work it in a little bit, but yeah, there's just so much to talk about.
Drew ZMC, thank you for the 100 bits. If you do the Mario movie for NC, you have to get AVGN, Black Nerd, and Scott the Woz on board for the review.
For which one? I'm sorry.
Mario movie.
Oh, didn't even think of that. Again, I have to see if it's a movie that I can have a passion to talk about and or find new stuff to say about it. Because there are some movies, like the Cartoon Saloon movies. I love those movies, but I just can't think of anything new to say. So that kind of plays a part in it too. Yeah, we'll see.
That Disney Nerd, thank you for the 100 bits. These are the last of my bits. I don't have a question, so here's a reenactment of one of my favorite moments in NC history. Skull! 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 Skull!
And I do remember this one. It's the old versus new King Kong, I think. Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah, the people on that street must have just been like, man, he just walked down the street holding a prop gun. Now he's walking down the street screaming skull. It's like, what is he doing there?
Constable Gamer, thank you for the raid.
Thank you.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Apparently, the new Barbie movie is written by Noah Baumbach and directed by Greta Gerwig. So, is that a good sign? For someone who never owned a Barbie, I don't know what to expect. I'm very excited, honestly. It looks hype.
Yeah, I like Margot Robbie. I like that director. I know I've heard that writer's name, but I'm blanking.
I don't know.
But yeah, and just the little trailer I saw. If Toy Story didn't exist with what they've done with Barbie and those movies, maybe I'd be more concerned. But I think that very clearly shows they have a good sense of humor, and visually it looks like it has a good sense of humor. So I think it looks good.
Grand Omega, thank you for the 100 bits. I'm going to say this. The Blackbeard in One Piece is better than the Blackbeard from Pirates 4. Blackbeard in One Piece had a unique laugh, interesting powers, and whined like a baby every time he got punched.
I believe you. I've never seen One Piece, though.
Hewlett fan, thank you for the 100 bits. How do you feel about Netflix originals at this point? Is it me, or do they all have a strange sterile quality and seem strangely cheap? Also, how do you feel about current cartoons possibly too preachy and being less interested in telling a story and redeeming villains? That's why I liked Puss in Boots 2. Jack Horner was a refreshingly evil villain who wasn't sympathetic.
Yeah, but they have other sympathetic antagonists in there though. But with that said, I don't know. A lot of the I still feel like I see good, even though they cut back on it. Like I've seen good animated material on Netflix. Every once in a while, I'll put on, say, like there's this Elvis show, Agent Elvis or something. I think it's kind of fun. I'm about 3 episodes in. I think it's kind of a good time. I did like Inside Job when that was on. Arcane, phenomenal. Intergalactic was very good. It's a shame they cut back on the animation because that was some of the stuff that seemed consistently good in there. The other shows I can't comment on as much because I haven't seen a ton, but I don't know. I've seen occasional documentary or movie on there that I still like, and I don't know. I'm not quite in the hate Netflix bandwagon right now, with the exception of them cutting down on the animated stuff. So yeah, I don't know. I still think they're fine. I still watch them.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 100 bits. He definitely should have been in the show more, but which of the 2 episodes with Gambit and Wolverine and the X-Men did you like more?
I think just the first one, where he shows up. I like seeing him. Them try to break into a place. That was pretty fun, and seeing them work off each other.
Chat, thank you for Hype Train number 2.
Chugga, chugga, chugga. Oh, let's get
Chaplin
you on
going.
it. Chugga, chugga,
There
chugga,
we go.
chugga, 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 chugga.
Orlando Garcia, thank you for the 100 bits. One of my favorite vids recently is a reaction vid of the Sonic short Sonic Frontiers prologue. Poor dude was in tears, but I think it's called 4 after how much the series reputation has trudged through during the 2010s, game-wise, world-building-wise, and character establishment-wise. That short was everything Sonic fans were starving for.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I have not seen it. I'll try to check it out.
Cameron Blythe, thank you for the 100 bits. I'm really looking forward to Inside Out 2. The original still remains my favorite Pixar movie. Honestly, the only Pixar sequel I'm looking forward to.
Me too. I really want to see that as well. I'm hoping they do it right because I feel like there's so much potential. Yeah, I'm hoping it's good.
Grand Omega, thank you for the 100 bits. So when are you going to review Trolls World Tour? Or are you afraid of the long neck troll that is a troll that you thought wasn't a troll?
I don't, with the exception of the message and the way they do the message. This is at a time where that message is done to death, but I feel like they really do something unique with it. The idea of like all the different strings and musics and types coming together to bring harmony. That is so fucking clever. Everything else about it I think is kind of forgettable. So I don't really have a passion to talk about it. So probably not, but I did really like the way they did what's kind of becoming a tired message. I thought they kind of breathed new life into it.
The Minnesota Superstars, thank you for the 100 bits. Are there any Nostalgia Critic reviews that are lost or hidden? Or were on YouTube, but they were put down because YouTube being YouTube?
I don't know. I know there's ones we've had to alter, because we've gotten like copyright claims and we couldn't like fight past or whatever. Yeah, I don't know. My guess would be there's probably some, but I can't name them at the moment.
We're going to have to pick up the pace a bit. We're 45 minutes behind. Adam Grunther, thank you for the 100 bits. Which Tim Curry movie is the absolute worst? Congo, Garfield 2, The Pebble, and the Penguin, or Annie? Hey, now.
I'll say Garfield 2. Annie's pretty close, though.
Gosh darn it.
Aye.
Queen Calypson, thank you for the 100 bits. Speaking of Richard Donner, during the production of Scrooge, the studio was forcing the cast and crew to work on Christmas, so Donner fired the cast on Christmas Eve and rehired them on December 26th.
I like that. That's cool. That's a cool story.
Alan, thank you for the 100 bits. Hey, Doug, when can we expect the NC on Puss in Boots: The Last Wish? I really want more people to know about the movie. I loved it so much. Disney should take notes. Have you showed it to Rob? And Heather, have you seen it? If not, watch it. No, I gotta.
I did show it to Rob. Rob likes it. He doesn't love it. And I am hearing a little bit of that. Some people say it was a little overhyped for him. And I do get that. I understand. I think the people that really love it, though, it just really connects with them visually in terms of the storytelling as well. It's 2 weeks from today is when it will come out.
Adam Gunther, thank you for the 100 bits. Which character in Clue was your favorite besides Tim Curry? Personally, I thought Madeline Kahn as Mrs. White was hilarious.
Yeah, she's pretty good. And I think I like Christopher Lloyd in anything, too.
Cameron Blythe, thank you for the 100 bits. Have you heard of a Scottish sitcom called Still Game? It's one of my favorite comedies.
No, I gotta check it out.
Randy Gaming, thank you for the 100 bits. It's for Figment of the Imagination movie. It follows two young siblings that just got home from visiting their great grandparents in the hospital. Once they get home, they go to Imagination Land and meet Figment, sorry. They'll all three go on a journey to stop Minerva Black, who wants to destroy Imagination Land and thus get rid of all imagination and childhood innocence. Her villain song, Death to Innocence.
Uh, Never heard of it. I'll try to check it out.
Orlando Garcia, thank you for the 100 bits. I'm thankful the Beavis and Butthead reboot was renewed. The world needs more stupidity. Stupidity done correctly?
Yeah, I still haven't seen it. I heard it's great. I've seen clips from it. It really made me laugh. I gotta check it out.
Ram, thank you for the 100 bits. Heather, question for you. How would you feel about a game featuring Pokemon, Digimon, Monster Rancher, Metabots, and Yokai Watch all in a big fighting crossover? I mean, it might be too much, but you know what? We do this like Smash Bros style, maybe
Mhm.
like with a Yu-Gi-Oh type deal where they're all like trapped in a card game or something. You know what I mean? That could work. Super Smash Bros style type deal.
Mm.
It could. Maybe. Rand C Gaming, thank you for the 100 bits. My last bit message was about my pitch for a Figment of the Imagination movie.
Ah,
Got it.
gotcha. Okay. Yeah, doesn't sound too bad.
Bright Beat Burns, thank you for the 100 bits. Are you an owner of a Blu-ray 4K player? And if so, which films do you now own in 4K, or do you not care about physical media?
Oh, I do care about physical media, but only for movies that that I really like, that I really care about. Like Into the Spider-Verse, I'm gonna have like the Blu-ray that, kind of thing. Or Brazil, I'm gonna have the Blu-ray of. I have just the PlayStations. That's really what we use to, I have a PlayStation 4. I still have a PlayStation 3 as well because we still use it to stream and watch stuff. So, yeah, no, I still use physical media.
My PS5 is my 4K player.
Mm.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 100 bits. Seeing how in your Avatar reviews you had Katara played by Rachel, Toph by Tamara, Sokka by Malcolm, and Zuko by Dante Bosco, which Avatar characters would you have Heather, Walter, Jim Ayana, Rob, and your dad play?
They would all play various versions of the Mike Cabbages guy because I just love to see him change for no reason, and nobody ever addresses it. No, because he has different ones in different areas. Because how does he travel so much?
Adam Gunther, thank you for the 100 bits. What has been your favorite boss in the Batman Arkham Asylum game?
I don't know. I guess any one where they're like charging towards you and you gotta throw the batarang and duck out of the way, even though he hits me a lot. It's always kind of fun to do. I like when we get on the back and kind of ride them around and stuff like that. Yeah, that stuff's fun.
CM Sully, thank you for the 100 bits. Sorry I'm late. I just got done watching the Lackadaisy pilot. Malcolm did so good.
Yeah, you're ahead of me, man. I still haven't seen it.
Orlando Garcia, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, it would be funny if you brought back video game confessions. I can imagine episodes on Sora, Joel, and Ellie, or even Peppino from the recent indie hit Pizza Tower. But Peppino especially would be a riot.
I'd have to find a good wig because and then slick it back, which would be very tricky. And B, I don't know if I can do that voice now because it does change as you get older, and I think it'd be too sore by that point. So yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen, sadly.
Ram, thank you for the 100 bits. To explain, Kiki Palmer made accusations against Bill Murray on a set, and now people like Seth Green, Rob Schneider, and Gina Davis are talking smack on him.
The only one that I heard was the Seth Green one, which kind of sounded funny to me, honestly. I will say this: everything I've heard about him over the years, I believe all of it. I believe the stories where he's a cool guy and he's really nice, and I believe stories where he's a real curmudgeon and kind of an asshole and stuff like that.
Yeah.
All of it sounds right. I've never met the guy, but if people are like, yeah, he's kind of like a little bit of a dick, I believe that. And then when people say he's a real nice guy, I believe that too. He seems like one of those people who might go back and forth or treat some people better than others. But I don't know. I've never met him.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 100 bits. What was your favorite scene in The Whale?
Maybe the I guess it's weird. I guess no, when he sits down and talks to his ex-wife, I like that. I like when they kind of sit down and talk about both the good old days and the bad old days. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like when two characters like that it can kind of connect.
Rancy Gaming, thank you for the 100 bits. Hi, Doug. I would like to recommend a collection of commercials for the next special. I would like to recommend the Ratchet and Clank PS2 weapon commercials. People die, explode, and get turned into
Mhm.
chickens in one commercial. One commercial was banned from airing in the USA.
Oh, huh. Interesting. All right, I'll check those out.
Abnormal Gamer, thank you for the 100 bits. Hey, Doug, are you reviewing Puss in Boots: The Last Wish next week or next week?
Next week.
Orlando Garcia, thank you for the 100 bits. Question for you both. One of these four prominent entertainment mediums has to disappear forever. Which one goes? Film, television, video games, or music/radio? Oof.
Um,
One goes?
uh, I
Television.
yeah, me too. That's what I was gonna say. I don't want to see any of them go, but if I have to choose,
Right, if you're putting a gun to my head. Alexander, thank you for the 100 bits. This might be tricky, Doug, but how would you rank all 9 Rocky/Creed movies?
oh man, Rocky, Oh, you know what? I haven't seen Creed 3 yet though, so keep that in mind. So
Okay.
Rocky 2, Creed 2, Creed, Rocky 3, 4, 5. Oh no, shit, I forgot about 6. Rocky 6, 3, 4, 5, and I don't know where to put Creed 3 yet because I haven't seen it.
Kerbo the Great, thank you for the 100 bits. Excuse me. In 2014, you said that the purge could never have happened because people aren't that stupid. Well, 10 years have passed and a lot has happened. Has your opinion on that changed?
I mean, government is pretty stupid. They're not that stupid.
Alexander, thank you for the 100 bits. What are your top 3 favorite Bill Paxton performances?
Man, shit. Simple Plan, definitely. He's pretty good in Frailty, and I really like him in True Lies. I think he's a hoot in that.
Rancy Gaming, thank you for the 100 bits. My favorite joke from Pirates 4, Captain, I would like to report a mutiny. I can name fingers and point names. Joke by Jack Sparrow.
That was cute. I like that line.
Alexander, thank you for the 100 bits. What are your thoughts on the Robert Zemeckis movie Used Cars with Kurt Russell?
I've never seen. I didn't even know that was a Zemeckis film. I'll try to check it out.
Monkey D. Landon, thank you for the 100 bits. Hey guys, hope you're doing good. I'm gonna be seeing D&D and the Tetris movie this weekend. How about y'all?
I'm gonna be at C2E2.
C2E2,
Yeah,
let's
so I'm gonna miss
go!
all that. Come see us. It's in Chicago.
Alexander, thank you for the 100 bits. Which Gene Wilder performance do you think is funnier? The Producers or Young Frankenstein?
Young Frankenstein. The producers is very funny.
Alexander, thank you for the 100 bits. Hi, Doug. Did you watch Bob's Burgers' first ever April Fool's Day episode? And if so, what are your thoughts?
No, not yet. Like I said, I've been out of town, so I haven't had a chance to catch up on it.
Oi, Ram, thank you for the 100 bits. Hey, Doug, I don't know if you are planning to review A Christmas Story.
Oh, wait. Yes, I did. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I just
okay.
realized I did.
Go for it.
It was good. The fish odor one. Yes, it was funny. Sorry.
That's all right. Oi, Ram, excuse me. Thank you for the 100 bits. I don't know if you're planning to review A Christmas Story Christmas from last year, but before you do that, could you do a review of the semi-sequel My Summer Story?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I finished the question, so I thought you were going to answer it.
Oh!
Could you review the semi-sequel My Summer Story?
Oh, I thought there was more. I'm sorry.
No.
There's a couple of sequels that have come out. They're based on that guy's books. So probably not. Yeah, I just don't have an interest in it.
Rancy Gaming, thank you for the 100 bits. Hi, Doug. I remember you saying last week you were debating getting Apple TV for the Tetris movie. One of the Disney shows I keep recommending you watch for Disney December, Motor City, is on there. It's always talked about with the Tron TV show, you know, the one that looked cool.
Yeah, we'll see. And like I said, is it worth it though to get a whole other streaming platform? I'll have to see.
CM Sully, thank you for the 100 bits. Hey, Doug, while you were in Ireland, did you try a Guinness in Black? That cocktail is delicious.
No, but just the Guinness alone was enough. I mean, it really, really was good. I did have an Island's Edge as well, which I guess is like Guinness, but a little less bitter. But and it was also very good. But yeah, the Guinness was better.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 100 bits. Have you considered doing a freak show cinema from the 1979 street gang movie, The Warriors?
I've never seen it. I know it's like a classic film, so I gotta check it out.
Ram, thank you for the 100 bits. Hey, Doug, I'm curious why you don't like people reposting streams on YouTube. I get that you want to protect your content, but Twitch only keeps it for a few months, so unless someone has the ability to download it, that might be shit out of luck. Why not re upload the content onto YouTube yourself?
We're looking into that.
Yeah. We've talked
Honestly,
about it, we've considered it. I mean, and it's less about protecting our content so much as just like people literally making money off of our
mhm,
content.
yeah, but we have discussed it, and honestly, I gotta bring it up again. It's something where I was like, oh yeah, I forgot to talk about that last time we
Yeah,
all got
right,
together.
right.
So yeah, we are looking into it.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Thoughts on the movie See How They Run?
I just saw it on the way back from Ireland on the plane. I thought it was kind of underwhelming, little dull. Yeah, I loved Adrian Brody and I loved what's her name from Lovely Bones, but or is it Lonely Bones? I forget. But yeah, everything else was pretty meh to me.
Kenton Plays Stuff, thank you for the 100 bits. Ah, yes. Heather the Hot Pocket Queen, and Dennis Tiptoer, the past media reviewer.
Again, I'll take it. I mean, I'm among royalty, man. I am insects compared to that kind of.
Well, and I did do official sponsored Hot Pocket stream before this, so I do have my Hot Pockets jersey on right now.
There you go. Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, it's the swag.
I mean, when are we gonna see the crown, man? The crown made of Hot Pockets.
It'll happen. It'll happen. I've got all the boxes.
Better.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 100 bits. What was your favorite death scene in the original Jurassic Park?
I mean, I think it's gotta be the lawyer, because I mean, I think that's like the first one we really see where it's like, oh, like the main characters can die. There was kind of a sense of like, okay, this is scary, but they're probably not gonna kill any of the main lead. We've got to know them too much. As soon as he, was out, even though he's the least likable, it was like, oh shit. Like when I was a little kid, I'm like, oh my god, like any of them could get eaten. Oh my god.
Haunted Joker, thank you for the 200 bits. Have you seen Witches of Eastwick? And do you think Jack Nicholson can get Nicolas Cagey?
Oh, I guess I can see that. It's weird. I feel like there's another cut of that movie or edit of that movie because it feels like there's a bigger story there that's never really unleashed. Because I always say, man, why don't I love this movie? And I always feel like there's something's trimmed out of there, something that made it more interesting or meaningful or whatever, but give it more substance. But it's good. I still like it. Great performances from everybody.
Hey, Pete Kruk, thank you for the 100 bits. Would you consider doing a top 11 best movies based on Saturday Night Live sketches? Considering there's only 11, it should be easy to rank them. Are there any SNL characters you feel deserve a feature film?
I mean, best? We're using that word, best? What we did, like Blues Brothers and Stuart Saves His Family? That'd be about it. Yeah, the others are pretty bad. Ones that deserved a movie. Definitely the Cheerleaders. Come on, that epic story must have been told. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, maybe the Samurai, when John Belushi played that. That would have been fun.
Adam Gunther, thank you for the 100 bits. For your next commercial special, do you think you'll ever talk about the Butterfinger commercials that The Simpsons used to do all the time?
Maybe. That might be something. Yeah, I'll look into that.
Adam Gunther, thank you for the 100 bits. Besides Batman and Spider-Man, which superhero do you think has the best rogues gallery?
Uh,
Does the X-Men count?
I was gonna say X-Men. Yeah, honestly, I mean, those are some great villains.
Content Play Stuff, thank you for the 100 bits. I watched a compilation of the Spazzy cartoons you did for your old game show, and I never realized that they were all connected to a bigger story. Also, I love that part where Brad just breaks the fourth wall and the cartoons just tell him, F you, buddy.
Yeah, I do remember that. That was pretty. Yeah, that was one of the fun things is seeing how we can continue a story going on if you pay attention.
Cameron Blythe, thank you for the 100 bits. What was your favorite Nintendo Wii game? Mine was Mario Galaxy. Ooh, good choice. I loved Galaxy.
I liked the Michael Jackson game. I love Michael Jackson's music. I used to dance like him as a kid, so that was really, really fun.
The Minnesota Superstars, thank you for the 100 bits. Ever meet the Game Grumps?
We used to talk to Aaron Hansen quite a bit in the old days. I think it was even before they started doing the Game Grumps stuff. And at one of these conventions, before I knew who he was, I think Danny said hi to me at a convention. I just said hi, not knowing who he was. I was just like, oh, that's this part of this huge, huge YouTube channel. Whoops. But Yeah, no, I remember being a lot of fun. We've done some videos together and are very, very cool.
The Minnesota Superstars, thank you for the 100 bits. NC Rescuers Down Under.
Uh, Maybe we've always talked about maybe just doing all of like the Disney Renaissance films because we're slowly like kind of hitting all of them. So that is part of it. It is a lot of fun to talk about. So yeah, maybe somewhere down the line.
Kenton Plays Stuff, thank you for the 100 bits. Here's a silly fanboy moment for me. A few years ago, I had temporarily taken over the family TV just to see you on television talking about how you quit your janitor job. My sister and mom have no idea who you are, but they laughed when they saw you unbutton your shirt with the words, "I quit" on your chest.
That's hilarious. Good introduction, I guess. It's technically the first video I've ever done.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Thoughts on George Lopez's show, Lopez versus Lopez? Did you like his Nick at Night show called Lopez?
I haven't seen any of them. I'm sorry.
Frost and Hikari Gaming, thank you for the 100 bits. All I have to say is sparkle, sparkle, sparkle.
Yeah, sparkle, sparkle, sparkle.
KP Kruk, thank you for the 100 bits. Any thoughts on the film In the Army Now that stars Pauly Shore and Andy Dick, who join the army and all the hijinks that ensue?
I have seen a few Pauly Shore movies, but I tried not to, and that was one of the ones I tried not to see.
Orlando Garcia, thank you for the 100 bits. Last bits for today. Last week, the WarioWare series turned 20, and I was really excited. When people hear about WarioWare, they think, oh, the gross weirdo game where you can pick your nose? But that's what makes the game so special. Can you pick your nose in The Last of Us, God of War, Far Cry? I didn't think so.
It's a good question. I never even heard of that game, so yeah, now I have to check.
I was obsessed with WarioWare Touched on my DS, and I meant to get the new one on Switch, and I never did. But dang, I loved they're micro games. They're so fun. I loved WarioWare Touched.
Is that where he gets like that biker outfit? Because I'm looking it up and it sees the picture. Is that where he first gets it?
I'm not sure, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Ram, thank you for the 100 bits. Oh, Doug, old versus new idea. How about Infernal Affairs versus Martin Scorsese's The Departed? Also, you want to see Squid Games or Stranger Things?
I mean, I've seen Stranger Things. I like it. I still haven't seen Squid Game, sadly. I think it's going to be a while. And I never did see the original, what's it called?
Infernal Affairs.
Infernal Affairs. I never have seen it. I should check it out. I'll try at the very least to check it out, because I did like The Departed.
Honest reviewer, thank you for the 100 bits. In regard to Spider-Man 2, Venom's voice actor Tony Todd claimed it would be out around September, which is crazy to me since we haven't seen any promotion of it since 2021.
Yeah, I guess we'll have to see.
Frost and Hikari Gaming, thank you for the 100 bits. Speaking of Sparkle, 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 did you see the fan edit of Thomas and the Magic Railroad? It apparently had scenes that were put back in, and the story goes completely left field from the original.
Oh, interesting. No, I haven't. I'll try to check it out.
JRK Peptis, thank you for the 100 bits. Sorry if you get asked this a lot with the D&D movie coming out. Do you plan on reviewing Monsters and Mazes, the anti-D&D propaganda movie starring Tom Hanks? It's so hilariously bad, I love it.
I never have seen it. It's one of those, I've seen so many reviews of it and clips of it, I feel like I've seen it, but I should probably sit down and watch the whole thing. So I'll try to at least do that.
No Dream, thank you for gifting that sub to Fat Beard. Appreciate that. Thank you. Kermit Wazowski, thank you for the 100 bits. I'd like to imagine whenever you pick up Chaplin to do the chugga chugga, he's just like, here we go again.
Are those your thoughts, buddy? Lick my nose if they are. Okay, they are. So there you go.
Cobbard, thank you for the 100 bits. As much as Super Mario Bros. Super Show got criticism, I will give that cartoon one innovative idea they gave to Nintendo, making Luigi cowardly, which was adapted to Luigi's Mansion and has since become his personality, did add flavor to making Mario and Luigi a little different.
Yeah, I never thought of that. Yeah, because you're right. I guess I never did see him kind of like shaky and everything until that. Yeah, that's a good point.
Adam Gunther, thank you for the 100 bits. Overall, which Mike Judge cartoon do you like more, Beavis and Butthead or King of the Hill?
Oh, that's... So I like King of the Hill more, but I haven't seen the reboot of Beavis and Butthead. The part of me thinks I might like that more, but I haven't seen it yet. So for now, I'll say King of the Hill.
Sailor Aaron, thank you for the 100 bits. Okay, Doug, will next year's theme month be Alien Month? I would love you to review both the original Alien and my favorite out of the franchise, Aliens. Bring back Malcolm as Dr. Pity from the T2 review.
There you go. I have it on the list, like one of the options, Alien Month. So I'm not saying it's going to be the next one, but we do have it on the list.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Plot twist, the cabbage guy was the real Avatar the whole time.
That would be a pretty awesome twist, not going to lie. Oh,
Alexander.
anyone that's going to C2E2, by the way, Dante is there, and so's
Yeah!
Mae Whitman and Zach Tyler Eisen, I think is his name, the guy who voiced Aang. So you gotta go say hi, man, after you say hi to us first, of course.
Obviously. Coburn, or no, sorry, Alexander, thank you for the 100 bits. One character who I think is a gold standard for how to write cleverly dumb is Jocelyn from Bob's Burgers. One of my favorite lines is when she just randomly says, I heard skeletons are inside of all of our bodies every day. The way she delivered that line was magic.
I mean, a lot of those characters they write pretty funny, stupid. Again, you had to weirdly be smart in order to write stupid in a funny way.
Kenson Plays Stuff, thank you for the 100 bits. What is it about Whose Line Is It Anyway that you don't like? I can understand when the jokes don't hit sometimes, but I still love the series after so many years later, and sometimes when the actors take jabs at each other are some of the funniest parts, especially when the other actors give a face that says, oh, just you wait, I'm gonna get you back for that, buddy.
Oh, I never said I disliked it. I like it quite a bit. I feel like we're watching it on Comedy Central, the original British one, for a while, and we enjoyed it greatly. So yeah, no, big fan of that show. Really, all the incarnate. I haven't seen like a bad incarnation of it yet.
That Disney Nerd, thank you for the 100 bits. Since we hit the sub goal, I have to ask, when is the MCU tier list stream happening? Tuesday.
Hmm?
Echo Whale, thank you for the 100 bits. Have you seen the silly show Impractical Jokers?
No, I've heard of it, but I've never actually seen it, which is weird. You think I would have gotten around to seeing it at some point, but yeah, it's just another thing to add to the list, I guess. So much stuff to watch.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Do the new trailers / ads for Renfield make you more interested in watching it? Nick Cage as Dracula.
Yeah, it's looking more and more like fun. I'm digging it. I'm pretty excited to check it out.
Rand C Gaming, thank you for the 100 bits. Hi, Doug. Spider-Man 2 is set to release this September on the PS5.
Wow. Okay, man, that's weird to think. Like I just played Miles Morales. That's just so weird to think. All right, yeah, I'm excited. That's what they say now, but again, games do get pushed back, so we'll see.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. You forgot Wayne's World.
Oh, that's true. That's good. I do like that one.
The Minnesota Superstars, thank you for the 100 bits. NC on Stuart Little 3.
I don't know. Stuart Little 2 didn't really do much. And I keep forgetting there is a 3. I think it's like all animated or something. So probably not.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Ever see the Michael Shannon movie The Iceman?
No. I should probably check it out.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. What's one food you could absolutely pig out on?
Lou Malnati's pizza. I love it. That's my favorite pizza. Absolutely adore it.
Alexander, thank you for the 100 bits. Top 3 funniest movie performances ever. For me, Walter from Big Lebowski, Otto from A Fish Called Wanda, and Venkman from Ghostbusters are all up there.
And maybe Jack Lemmon from The Great Race. I really love that one. Man, I gotta think. I don't know. I almost gotta go to like the silent films, like Buster Keaton or something like that too, because that's like such timeless comedy. I'm trying to think of like a really funny jerk. I'm blanking. I'm blanking right now. I'm sorry.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 100 bits. What is a food in a movie that looked so good that it made you go, damn, I want that?
A lot of Tarantino movies have some pretty good food in there, like strudel or beer and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't know. Any Studio Ghibli movie, the food always looks amazing in those.
Keely McGee, thank you for the 100 bits. What are your thoughts on The Hunger Games now that it's been almost 11 years since the film franchise started? Personally, I was worried it might have been dated like many things I loved in high school, but fortunately, or rather unfortunately, it seems to still be relevant, especially for teens.
I remember liking them when they came out. I liked that it seemed like such an edgy thing to have out for like a young adult story. I thought that was kind of cool. But I'd be lying if I said I'd put them on again. You know what I mean? Like let's watch it again. Let's watch Hunger Games. Maybe if I grew up with it, I would have. But yeah, I still remember them being good.
Cameron, thank you for the 100 bits. What's some Pixar movies you would both love to see in Kingdom Hearts?
Uh, I wouldn't mind seeing how they do like. Well, Coco is the first one. But then Inside Out would be kind of cool to see, like just walking through the brain and stuff like that. I think that'd be kind of neat.
Randy Gaming, thank you for the 100 bits. Hi, Doug. I would like to recommend a Disney movie for next Disney December. The movie is Disney's 1960s Swiss Family Robinson. Hope you review it for next Disney December.
I always have it on the list, and then it always gets bumped, to somewhere else. But I should, because I haven't seen that movie since I was a little kid, and it'd be fun to watch again.
Echo Whale, thank you for the 100 bits. What would you say is the biggest problem with the DCEU?
I mean, right now or in the past, or I mean, it's like the problems kind of change. I will say that about Marvel, the problems are pretty consistent with the DCU. But that's kind of what I like about the DCU. It does kind of keep changing.
Mhm.
I don't know what to think about this idea of like having one universe now. I like the idea of like the Batman universe and a Joker universe and stuff. Like, I hope they keep that going. If they get rid of that, that'll be my big problem.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like recently the DCU in general has been more reactive than proactive. They need to just
Mm,
stop trying to do what Marvel does well and just do their own things because that's where they find the most success. So,
I agree.
Cameron, thank you for the 100 bits. Have you seen the new season of Animaniacs?
Yeah, I liked it. It's probably my favorite out of the seasons. It was just me. It's by far the best or anything like that, but I did enjoy it.
That Disney nerd, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug watches all of the absurdity in Pirates 2 to 5. Heather, Doug, sometimes you just gotta roll with it. This is a joke from I was telling my personal stream this afternoon about one of the funniest things that a third grader did when I was student teaching. So I will
Okay.
tell the abbreviated version of it, which is essentially the teacher I student taught with had these giant beanbag chairs in her classroom. And one day, one of the third graders jumped head first into this beanbag. And I don't know if he just didn't know how to sit in a beanbag or what, but the beanbag enveloped him. It engulfed him. And so this kid starts freaking out because he can't get out of it. He doesn't know what to do. He can't get out of it. And so he shouts to his best friend, "What do I do? I'm stuck in the beanbag." And his friend, in all seriousness, stands up and just goes, "You gotta roll with it. Just roll with it. Just roll with it." And so the kid makes himself a log and just keeps going, roll with it until he rolls out of this beanbag chair.
I guess it was good advice then.
It was good advice. So sometimes you just gotta roll with it.
Roll with it. Okay. Good advice for all of us.
Yeah. Kenton Play Stuff, thank you for the 100 bits. What do you prefer more in the Super Mario Bros. Super Show? The cartoon segments or the live action segments? I weirdly prefer the live action segments. Yes, it's fun to see Mario, Luigi, Peach, and Toad go to these different weird worlds, but there's something fun and charming about the live action segments. I think Mario and Luigi have more of a brotherly connection there than in the cartoons. Albino and Danny Wells have great on-screen chemistry, in my opinion.
When I was a kid, I'd say the cartoon section, but now I'd probably say the live action, unless it's the Zelda cartoons. I've actually really grown to love those just for how odd they are. Link and Zelda legit have chemistry in that show. It's kind of like a weird Mad About You setup.
Honest reviewer, thank you for the 100 bits. Last bits of the night, Doug, Owl House finale is airing next Saturday. Can't wait for you to start watching for Disney December.
Yeah, probably after C2E2, I'll start watching that.
All right, cool. And we have about 5 minutes for some of these
Yes!
highlighted. Woo!
Go us!
Go us. Elite Gamer says, "Hello, Captain Heather of the SS Hot Pockets. Oh, and first mate Elliot Warren. Question for both of you. When it comes to movies like the new Mario, do you think these other studios can give Disney a real run for their money? Thanks for all the laughs. And oh, did you like Blockbuster, Doug?
Like the show?
Did you like
Blockbuster?
Blockbuster? I don't know.
And maybe they mean the show that they tried doing, which we gave like 3 minutes of and said, nope. My wife really wanted to watch it because she likes Superstore. And I'm just like, this is going to be bad. She's like, hey, that might be a good bad. Let's try it. We tried it. We're just like, nope, this ain't working. And then what was the first part? What studio? Or
Do you think that not DreamWorks, but Illumination can give Disney a run for its money?
Not yet. They need a few more like solid properties, I think, to get going. And Nintendo could be a good start, honestly. I mean, if they do like kind of like a Nintendo universe, if they get like a Link movie and a Metroid movie, I mean that'd be a good starting point, honestly.
Alexander, thank you for the 100 bits. In my opinion, Gene Wilder is one of those actors who makes screaming hilarious. Maybe Will Ferrell should have taken notes for Elf.
I can see that. Honestly, it sounds silly, but it's like constantly screaming and yelling and stuff. There is an art to it because it can get really old really fast.
Mhm.
So yeah, you do have to find various ways of knowing when to do it and when to hold back and stuff like that. And a lot of it is also directing. You need a good director, you need a good editor because you are kind of at the will of them as well. So yeah, it's one of those things where I know I used to like look at actors who go big. I either say, oh, they're great or oh, they're terrible. But I do give a lot more credit to them because they really are risking a lot when they do that. Because if it doesn't work, it really doesn't work.
Kenton Play Stuff, thank you for the 100 bits. Last bits of the night, hope to catch another exciting adventure of Batman Arkham Crash Asylum. Since the Animaniacs reboot is finished, we will be seeing a review or old versus new of it in the future.
Yeah, I was gonna do one originally as the NC, but I might do one just kind of like in the office talking about it. Because I kind of like talking off the cuff about it a little bit more. Also, old versus new seems pointless because everyone knows I'm just gonna say the original. But there is a lot I like about the new one, and wouldn't mind talking about.
Matt Gamer says, I'm excited for the Mario movie. Could we be witnessing the beginning of a Smash Bros. Movie universe?
I mean, they already have like a Smash Bro scene in there. It looks like with him and Donkey Kong. So
Maybe.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Master Mario says, so Doug, how was your date with Patty Mayonnaise?
Oh, it's just great. It's just great. You goddamn fifth grader who said this all the time. Yeah, yeah, it was wonderful. It was wonderful. You know what? I'm like a really rich cartoon character, and what are you? You're just a stupid fifth grader just going to school. So, man, I'm better than you. That's like the insult I was saying in my head. You should have said that. And now looking back, I'm like, I'm glad I didn't. That would have sounded really stupid.
Ramirez, thank you, or not. Well, thank you, yes, for being here. But Ramirez says, Looney Tunes is getting a Cartoon Network marathon this Saturday. Are you going to watch it?
I don't even have cable, man. So yeah, I mean, I got them all on DVD, so it's like actually, if anything, I should get them on Blu-ray. So yeah, I've watched them all many, many times.
Power Gamer says, hope you had fun in Ireland. Personally, I was at PAX East this past weekend. Why, yes, I did spend $50 on a large Kirby plush that is currently sitting in my lap, and I am okay with that.
Well, whatever brings you joy, man.
J Star says, all right, true story. When POTC COTBP came out, I thought it was a sequel because Pirates of the Caribbean Curse of the Black Pearl. There it is. It was a lot of things thrown at me.
It really took me a second there, yeah.
Was a sequel because it sounded like a sequel title, so I didn't see it thinking there was an original movie that I needed to see first. So my my first Pirates of the Caribbean film was DMTNT. Is that Dead Men Tell No Tales?
Yes.
Okay. I've seen the first film now.
Okay, that's funny. Yeah, because they all have little subtitles under it, so that's a good point. But yes, the first one is still the best one, in my opinion.
Cameron Blythe, thank you for the 100 bits. What are your thoughts on the Peanuts movie?
It's okay. It captures just enough of the spirit of it, but I don't know how much of the newer stuff I got into that they were trying to do, but it's all right.
Honest Reviewer says, as someone who enjoys The Bad Batch, I'm worried for season 3 with Disney pushing back on their projects, especially with Marvel and Star Wars. I agree, although honestly, I haven't been terribly impressed with this season of The Bad Batch. So I don't know. I think it should still get a season 3, but I am worried for it, to be honest. Orlando Garcia says, no more cinematic universes. Please, God.
Yeah, but Nintendo, get back. I don't know. That one I would let slide. I'd say that's okay. You can go pass.
Spooky Elephant says, Doug, please tell me you noticed the super dark running joke with the mama bear in the first Shrek.
In the first Shrek, the mama bear. I'd have to look back, man. It's been a while since I've seen the first Shrek.
Alexander, thank you for the 100 bits. Thoughts on the movie The Bad Batch? The one you said was underrated with Jim Carrey.
I really like it. I can see how some people would see it and kind of go, huh, okay, especially with the ending. Uh, but looking back on it, it's one of those I had to wait like a day or two later. I'm kind of like, yeah, you know what? I really goddamn like that movie. It's one of those I might do like, I say I want to do an NC on, but it's one of those where I'm like, I don't think anyone would click on it. But I don't know. I kind of want to. Maybe I'll do it as like a January one because that's usually when stuff's kind of dead.
And Aiko Whale, thank you for the 100 bits. What would you say is your least favorite Pixar CG movie?
Uh, Man, maybe one of those like Monsters U or something like that.
Mm.
I'd have to look at a list. I feel like there's a worse one than that. But yeah, I'd have to look at a list of all of them. You know, one of the sequels, I would assume.
Okay. All right, great. And that brings us to 8 o'clock. But thank you all so much as usual for joining us here today. We do really appreciate it. We do normally have content here 5 days a week. But that's going to be a little different this week. Tomorrow, Tamara will be back on Thursday, but then Friday, there's no streams. No Doug, no Malcolm. We are going to be at C2E2, though, so check out our socials to see a little bit more information about that. I'm sure we'll post, like, our booth number and all that jazz, so come on by if you're coming to C2E2 and stop in and say hello, because we will be there. We are going to go over and raid Tamara and say hello to her. So we will say farewell to you all and say hello to Tamara. Have a wonderful evening, and we will see y'all later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Goodbye. Thank you.